Alright then, so getting into where we left off, you guys had defeated the cult of Talona, managed to save two of the prisoners. One was so wounded, Ithamore giving a parting funeral on a random altar in the temple. You managed to get out, but not before some of the ghosts of the temple gave five of you a parting gift and a thank you. You made your way through with the guard, the guard captain? No, the guard captain didn't come. It was First Lieutenant Haft that joined you. You made your way back pretty safely with the wonderful priestess of Sun, Kaylee, where she left, went back to the temple. You guys all went to find a bar to relax, chill, and have drinks, and miserably drink sake, where you met Seren, who was surprised to meet Ulan in circumstances like those, and you all went to sleep at the this tavern, and that's where we'll start, I guess, with Ithamore obviously is going to be awake at this time because elves. So yeah, Ithamore, what are you up to at the beginning of the day?
Well, first things first. I go to Uran and I lay on hands to cleanse his system of alcohol, so he won't be hungover when he wakes up.
Aww. After throwing up most of it, there is less in his system, but you've definitely cured whatever remains he had in his system. Ooh. Especially as it's now the morning. Yeah, actually 4 hours is... It's very early morning. It's probably literally like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Out of character observation. Is the glass that will be left empty?
The glass... Oh, because you left him a glass, not a bottle. Or did you leave him both? I think you left them both.
No, the bottle is took because everyone said, you can't leave him the bottle, he will kill himself.
Oh, that is true, yes. I don't think he woke up, so it's still there.
Okay.
Ulan was very drunk.
You never know.
No.
I have actually spent all week practicing hangover jokes before.
It's fine, it may come up again, considering Ulan's depression. He may even become an addict.
I take the bucket and to the toilet or the bathroom or wherever, just get rid of it, so it's not a bucket of sick in his room with him.
Good idea.
Did I throw up in it?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah.
That was
okay.
before
Did he get everything in the bucket, or did some of it miss?
He wasn't really aiming per se, but most of it did go in that direction because everyone was pretty sensible in placing it near where his head would be if he leaned over the side. So there's a couple like dribbles on the side. There's kind of like a lion on the side of the bed.
Also, because we are responsible adult, we lay him on his side, so
of course.
he can't choke himself out.
Which helps because his tail keeps him from rotating too much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I literally cannot lie on my back, guys.
Yeah.
Well, in a super soft bed, maybe.
Anyway, yeah. Is that all you're going to do because you still got like another 2 hours before everyone else wakes up.
Well, it's Wilbur. He will wake up in like a half an hour.
Is there like a yard or something outside?
Well, this is Woodfell, so this is pretty much center of town at the moment. There isn't really much of a backyard per se. There's an alleyway, but that's about it. Unless you want to walk into the town square.
No, I'll stay in the room and just practice sword work in the room.
With a passed out Ulan. Okay.
Yeah.
Being very careful not to hit him.
Did I wake up at all while he was like being nice?
I don't know. Give me a Constitution check after he had done this healing on you to remove the alcohol from you. Nope.
Okay.
You are so passed out from that sake. Whew, that was strong. And I'll just say the rest of you wake up eventually. Wilbur, you wake up first in your own room, I believe. So
yep.
Yeah, you wake up, do whatever you're going to do, which is probably read.
You know, first take on his clothes like a normal person would do, but yes, he will read.
Also, actually, are you going to wash your stuff or mend it? Because it is still a tattered jacket you have.
He will wash it because, you know, sewing is not his stuff, and also he have a leather coat, so he can't really sew it together. You know, he's gonna figure out something to do, and it seems like he's gonna make another coat, basically. Is his plan.
Okay.
So it will be tattered, and he is okay with that.
And the rest of you will wake up one after the other at certain points. Seren and Sarah, you are both in the same room, so you wake up roughly about the same time. And Ulan, you probably wake up last. Aaron, you're like off in the temple somewhere, which actually, what have you been up to? Because last we knew, you were in the temple main chamber praying, I believe.
Yeah, praying until I fall asleep.
Okay. For you, you probably fall asleep pretty quickly. It's very strange because this is the first time you've literally just slept.
Find it.
Nice.
Okay then.
Wow.
Well done.
Never mind.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. When you wake up, it's just dawning, and there's really nice amount of sunlight is coming through the main window. So you have advantage on charisma checks for
Oh god, I need them.
for your day.
Good. I get up, bow to the statue, and well, prepare myself for the day.
There's little to prepare. You look as this is a temple soon. There is many mirrors in this area, especially the central chamber, which has a vast array of shaped and curved mirrors, all adorned with gold trims. And yeah, you look in one, and it looks like someone did your hair, and it's spot on.
I check myself out, nod, and I leave, and I try to find them.
Okay, so you're gonna actually it's gonna be interesting because you have no idea where they are. So yeah, the rest of you now woke up. Are you rejoining for breakfast?
Wilbur is sitting. Wilbur is the weird person sitting like really early, breakfast, basically waiting for the kitchen to open.
Yeah, you wake up before the kitchen opens, especially.
Yeah. Sitting downstairs, like reading a book, like yep.
Yeah.
I'm not weird at all.
Do you go and check on Ulan at all, or you just gonna walk past?
He will, you know, knock a bit carefully.
Yeah, because basically yours is probably like the end room of the corridor. Ulan's was like the first one at the top of the stairs.
Oh yeah. Also, I was going to say this, but because of the arm being so ripped, it's gonna basically rip off that arm and just have his leather gauntlet on that side instead. So half of his coat's arm is off, and he have just coat on the second one now.
Which is your left arm, I believe. I said.
Yes, my left arm is the one that's whole. The right arm is the one that's fucked up.
Yeah. Okay then. And the rest of you, you're gonna come down eventually. Ulan's gonna trudge down. You cured him of the alcohol and the hangover, but he still feels terrible in terms of just tiredness, and a little achy.
Ulan walks into a door frame and goes, "Oh, sorry, pardon me."
And I say by now, the rest of you come down for breakfast.
Yay, food.
Also, because I have this book now, I can do stuff like this. Have you seen this man?
What? I don't have the webcam, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I have a book with a lot of, you know, sketch faces and stuff like weird signs and stuff in it now.
Oh.
I was like, I've seen this man, I've seen this sign, stuff like that. And I don't know.
Is this what you show to everyone as they come down, or?
No. But I can
Okay.
do stuff like that now, which is funny.
Alright, so yeah, the rest of you come down eventually for breakfast. Wilbur had gotten breakfast for himself, or did you get it for everyone? How much of a dick are you? For himself.
Okay, because Wilbur is down early and he feels a bit sorry for the poor Dragon Ball, and he's gonna order for everyone. He's also gonna have gonna have some of the drinks from last day, plus his the sake he comprehended on the table in case he need to pick me up.
Yeah, breakfast drinks, and you have a lot of them still because
I have every one of them. I have fucking six fucking bottles on me.
I'd say during the drinking, they're probably about halfway the bottles. The sake is coming down to like the last quarter at this point.
And we have a full bottle of cider because we never drank it.
Yeah, the cider is like completely full. It's like pop the cork, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're gonna buy, I'd say it's about for 6 people. Breakfast.
Wilbur spends a lot on breakfast, so.
Yeah, I'd say about 1 silver and 60 copper.
60?
Yeah. Well, did I say 60?
6 copper.
Yeah, 6 copper.
6 copper.
Yeah, this is a nice place, but it's very rustic in terms of its cooking.
Okay.
So it's basically like eggs and bread, with like a bowl of soup.
If there's
Okay.
a place where I can get breakfast for 5 people for 16p, I want to live there.
Exactly. Like. Hey, if
The
you get
currency is
breakfast-
like inflated here, so yeah.
I will note. As soon as Serafina sees Wilbur, she'll make a grimace. Grimace? Ugh.
Yeah,
English.
grimace.
Grimace as soon as she sees him, because she remembers how that awful potion tasted. Just to tell him that shit is awful.
Yeah, you had to wash your mouth out with that without.
Gonna make insight that she actually drank it.
Do you tell him this, or you just make an expression?
I
Do you
make-
make weird faces?
I make a grimace.
Okay, yeah, you could like roll in insight. It's pretty obvious, so it's not too hard. But
And I'm not lying.
just because you will, but yeah, okay, it's above 10. Yeah, you can tell she's not happy with whatever you gave her, which probably is the potion.
You seem basically like. And basically put this book over his face, like, okay. Like, condescending parents, like. Anyway.
And then I will sit down to eat.
About 5 minutes after we start eating, Ulan notices that Saren is there and is very confused.
I'll just wave.
And I lean across the table and just like poke you in the arm slightly to make sure you're a real person.
Also, will the dwarf be breakfast drinking with me?
Well, what you're imbibing? No. I will have a breakfast
No, the
ale,
normal
however.
bottles, not anything mixed. It's too early to do that.
I'm sorry, it's too early for mixed drinks. It's just straight liquor.
Straight from the bottle.
Will you, there's like 5 open bottles on the table, like, drink.
Do you like spread them out, or do you just like keep them clustered around you?
No, we're
They're like
spread them
forming a
out.
wall
Oh, you
in
spread them
front
out.
of him.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a nice variety of bottles
They're
down the
probably
table.
in the middle of the table, like.
And yeah, you guys have
you would
managed
have.
to grab quite a large table because you're basically the first people down. So you managed to get quite a
Probably
large
the
table.
same table as yesterday.
I'd say you
Evening,
probably got a
the
bigger
big
table.
round table.
You probably took
Oh,
like a square
okay.
table in one of the center parts of the area, because this place basically turns into like a cafe. If there was a cafe in medieval times, I guess that'd be like a. Yeah, it's still basically a tavern. Yeah, it's basically a tavern too, but it does a different menu. So yeah, it's basically
Also,
Yeah.
this rectangular table.
also, because Wilbur's first down, he will have had his his feet on the table, like he normally do. And if
I will-
anyone say take down the feet, then he will do it. But otherwise, he will just have them up.
Okay.
I will ask you to put them down. Because
You
with
see
the
him basically
feet-
taking his pants and moving the legs that way. Not moving them on himself.
Oh, you'd like dragging
Basically
your
to
legs
make
off.
yeah, basically making a statement like.
He's a teenager.
So, while we're eating, I think we maybe should discuss things. So, Ethelmore and I talked about that we should investigate the kobolds in the jungle. What do the rest of you think?
Well, we need to do that eventually.
Nice. Sure.
So,
Well, better time than anyway. Better time than any then. As it takes, a drink. I should have a glass or somewhere.
and we did promise Mary to look into it a few days ago.
Yeah, it's been like 4 days now since you guys like actually left Meadowside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much time to do it. Okay. Do we have everything we need then?
We need to find Git. Git says he wanted to help us, and nobody of us knows the jungle. I think.
Aye, that's true. Although at the temple they said she might be hanging out at the other tavern, and we just gave her a pretty big haul of wolf pelts, so she's probably headed back to town last night.
He's probably already here. But we have a lot on us, as Wilbur basically feels weighed down by everything he's carrying around. Oh yeah, but making a statement like we're carrying a lot around with pretty much everything right now.
Also, not to be that guy, but we did just clean out a big ass patch of assassins for the benefit of the local town. I mean, there
Yeah.
might be some gratitude that's
Yeah,
owed our
Half
way.
said that we could see the guard captain before we left the town. Oh, yeah. To maybe get a reward. Then.
That would be nice. Is it a Friday? Okay.
Wait, I thought it was Thursday yesterday. Oh. God damn it. I'm so confusing.
Oh yeah, it was knowledge yesterday, which is funny enough the day Wilbur was born. No, like
Which is-
fate.
Which is hilarious. You guys want to go into the jungle on Nature Day. But,
Yeah, it seems like it either the right time or the wrong time. You never know. Yeah. Well.
And I would like to visit Krislana. Just see how she is before
No
we leave.
whisper target found.
Yes.
So it seems like we've got a lot of taking stock to be done today.
I don't
We've
know
got-
if we should split up or if we should do it as a group.
Well, I do have some stuff I need to do. I would also want to have some time to inquire some stuff from the manor's library.
Well, how about just to change things up from the usual format, we actually stick together today? How about we head over to the the stockade, talk to the guard captain, see if maybe the quartermaster there wants to buy any of our random shit that we've collected, head into the market to sell the stuff that they don't want, and then head over to the manor.
And then find Jit.
Lunch at the manor.
We'll
poem.
find Aaron and then find you. I think it's probably the best way to do it.
Oh,
Sounds
right.
reasonable to me.
Or we should maybe find Aaron first. Yes,
He won't
maybe
be
up at this time and he don't know where he is.
Why
Well,
would he
we
be
know
up
that
at
he's at
this
the...
time? Not lunch yet. We have not dragged him up.
Well, Aaron will be at the temple, so how about I'll head over to the stockade and meet you guys there, and you can collect Aaron from the temple, maybe.
Okay, then.
Aaron, can you give me a survival to try and figure out where you're going? Because you're just like walking through town trying to figure out where they would be.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
I'm on a roll.
You are on a roll. Yeah, definitely. Praying like helped you out. You're just gonna roll 20s now. Then you roll a 1 next. Anyway, yeah. So
Now you jinxed it.
you're walking into the center of town because you know that's where a lot of the taverns are. So yeah, you're going in that direction.
Okay.
And the rest of you, which is everyone but Ulan basically, is heading towards the temple, if I got that right. So yes?
Yes, if we're going to collect him, then yes.
Wilbur will go with Ulan.
Okay.
I'll go with the ram as well.
Oh, okay, so you are splitting up then, 3 and 3. Alright then.
So it's just the girls getting Aaron.
Yeah.
35
Yeah,
feet
you know,
moving.
we
Yay!
will meet. We will meet up at the stockade, you know.
Yeah.
And we have a location like lunch at the manor is like the plan. So
Well, if she invites us on lunch.
we can invite ourselves.
You can invite yourselves. Yeah, we'll find out. But yeah, as you guys are split up and you head towards the east, towards where the stockades is, Serafina and Seren, you turn around the corner towards the town square, which basically is the central hub which will lead you to any of the roads. You see Aaron on the other side of the town square, as it's pretty much empty at this point.
No, I don't see him because I don't know what he looks like.
Serafina, you do see him.
And I'm glowing.
He's basically glowing in the sunlight at dawn. It's like
Bloody handsome bastard first thing in the fucking morning.
He's just walked in slow motion,
Yeah.
and there's some like 90s pop music playing in the background,
And he looks like a disco ball.
and an out of place gust of wind, and his shirt is like half unbuttoned, and
And I'm looking thoughtful into the distance.
Yeah, as you turn, your face is like super like makeup, like perfume ads and stuff like that. You know, like it seems like you notice like something very intriguing in the distance as you turn around.
No, I'm a cranky dwarf. It's morning. It's not intriguing. It's fucking bastard. It's too early for this.
It's like you barely like sunlight anyway because of your dwarven nature, and then this guy's glowing. Like really?
You're underground dwarf. That's
Sitting you famous man. Anyway, yes.
Hello, Aaron! and I wave to get his attention.
I gracefully turn.
Oh, great.
Suddenly it's Baywatch.
Oh my lord.
I
As long as
slowly
David
approach.
Hasselhoff doesn't show up, we'll be fine.
No,
the
that's
next
his
temple.
father.
Thank you for getting that song stuck in my head, you bastard.
Good morning, Serafina. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. You slept well, I presume?
I did indeed. Thank you. And this is.
This is Sharon. We met her last night and she will help us with the cupboards.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir. And that's a nice tribal fashion there.
Thank you.
So, where are you headed?
We are the stockades to meet the rest of you because we will
Did somebody run off again?
now we
Oh.
will collect a possible reward for helping the town and
Oh, okay.
maybe sell some of the stuff we have that we don't need. And if they don't want it, we want to go to the market.
Ooh, a market. I'm going with you then. Let's go.
Oh, it's like going to the mall. Okay. I was going to why are you going with that?
You're basically in the market, which is the town square.
Yeah, it's nothing
So we're
open
going
yet.
here, okay. I'm just gonna stay here.
Well, there one man meeting, so not really open yet.
Yeah.
Ish.
Anyway,
Plus we need
Wolby,
money.
you went with Ulan anyway to the stockade. I don't know what you're on about. So yes.
Okay, so
And
Let-
thereafter we will visit Kristana, and then we will find Jit, and then we will go into the jungle to investigate the kobolds.
okay.
While this happens, the three of you make your way towards the stockades, which is pretty peaceful. There's a couple of carts that have come into town to do some daily trade, but most of the streets are pretty clear. You do notice there's quite a few more guards patrolling,
Which is, you know.
as you probably expect from what's happened and your suggestions to the guard. But yeah, you make it to the stockade, which is again open at the front.
Can I roll perception? Because on the way I will look for leatherworks or something like that.
Okay, so you're looking for a shop, basically. Although
Yes.
Okay, yeah, give me a perception.
Nope.
You see a lot of shops. You can't tell which one's which.
We're going too fast. Slow down, everyone.
Actually, that's pretty true. If Ulan's leading the way. So yeah, I imagine you guys walk in, and it's exactly as you had it. There is a couple more guards stationed at the front gate. Well, there's the two at the front of the door, but inside there's the reception guard, and there's also a couple more stationed next to the desk. Which, although they're guard noticing you, because they know who you are.
Hey, we know now.
Yay!
Because this is a police station, we walk in slow motion and put sunglasses on.
You mean like this? Yeah. Always. prepared.
You also have a set of sunglasses next to you for exactly that. I do as
Yes.
well.
I said, who are you? Anyway,
I can put on my my tuxedo also, if you want to do that.
really?
Yeah, I have it right next to me.
Anyway, the receptionist noticed you coming in. Good morning. I expect you're looking for the guard captain. Is that correct?
Aye, that's right.
Excellent. It's a little early in the morning, but I'm sure he'd be welcome to see you all. He helped us out quite a bit with those codists.
Glad to be here. Ah! The wild jays.
Hello.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, yes.
Webcam.
Webcams, yeah. City people.
Getting professional.
And he, you hear again that same clicking sound, and the door that you had all walked, actually, no, you had all walked through into the meeting area, which leads towards the back of the stockade, towards Captain Gerald's office.
Oh, while we walk through the locked door, will we look at the magical lock mechanism if they like shine or something as we walk, you know, as we walk through, if it's like any different from last time, if I had like now I can catch it, like if it's like glowing for some reason.
Okay, give me an investigation, because you hadn't noticed this previously. And
Oh, I had noticed it previously.
you hadn't noticed it previously, but you would have to like stop and literally try and inspect the door. So try casually looking at the door. You can't really catch too much on it,
Okay.
apart from what you already had seen. But yeah, you walk through the meeting area, which is completely empty, and they had cleaned up from the previous excursion that happened in there from Ulan and Ifamors. And you make your way through the back, and you do actually see guards getting ready for the morning shift. And I think it was on the side? No, it was on the other side. The other side, through the cell area, is where the office is. And you guys make your way through, which is now empty. Yes, all the cells are now empty after the
Is the chef still there?
No, he's not. But there is
He
two...
should have probably been released by now.
Yeah, he's been released, but there is 2 drunkards that are sleeping in 2 of the cells. But yeah,
Have I seen the 2 drunkards before?
Are
Are they for some reason dragonborns?
no, they're not dragonborns. You would imagine those 2 have already disappeared and moved on.
Yeah, you know.
But you... you may have briefly seen these people from the tavern that you walked into.
That crowd surfers?
Got crowd surfed into, yes. But you can't know for sure if they were or not. But yeah, you carry on walking through the cell area towards where the interrogation rooms are and the office of the guard captain. Who's going in first?
I guess I will.
As Wilbur basically lead the way. He walks in right behind him, basically putting Ifamor in the last.
I said I wanted more guards stationed at the south side. Oh.
Is he drinking a cup of coffee and have a, telephones everywhere as it says that?
He's definitely drinking something. And there's quite a few pieces of paper. A couple look like maps.
Are there any donuts?
Oh, is there donuts in this world?
There's a couple buns. Sweet rolls. No. They kind of look like... they kind of look
cream,
like...
cream
they look
buns?
like a log. If you had like split a log across and you have the profile of like the rings.
Oh!
It looks like that.
Oh!
Which is this town's specialty.
So they're basically Sweden.
Yeah, they're kind of like Danish swirls, pastry swirls,
Ooh.
but they're more like a log instead, with actual rings instead of swirls.
We call them rulltårta, but which is basically rolling cake.
Completely off the track. Anyway,
Pastries. No.
Priorities, man.
It's you adventurers. Welcome, and I appreciate all you have done for us. This town is a lot safer since you have passed through.
Aye, it is.
So, what can I do for you?
I think we
all?
have helped out.
You have indeed quite a bit, and it will probably be no surprise that a reward has been put together for you all.
Well, a reward would certainly be appreciated, that's for sure.
He's like standing up while you're saying this, and this you haven't actually been in his office. It's a pretty basic office in terms of it's large in comparison. It's very similar to the interrogation rooms next door, with just a single table in the center, but there's lots of shelves with various boxes and bags all across them on all 3 walls, actually all 4 walls actually, with various knickknacks, and he goes to a couple actually, one of them with a box.
Has he turned away?
Yes.
Can I steal a donut thing?
Sure. You can roll a sleight of hand to see if you can sneakily steal.
I was waiting.
During that, also, this is gonna look super funny, by the way. As Ulan do, Wilbur's gonna do this basically over his shoulder, trying to look at the papers, you know, because Wilbur can read paper upside down, of course.
One of his
Roll
many
investigation.
special traits, he can read upside down. Yeah, sure. You can read upside down and see what is on the pieces of paper.
Investigation or
This would
perception?
be investigation if you're trying to read something specifically.
Apparently not
No.
today.
Yeah, while you
We
guys
are
are
the
trying to
best
like,
cops ever.
and you trying to grab this thing, it's like, you can help yourself. I'm sure you are hungry. And as he turns around with the box and places it on the table with a reasonable thud, and this is almost like an A4 sized chest looking thing. Is A4 the right word? Yeah, it's like an A4 chest size and about
Toolbox?
it's like about 20 centimeters high.
So like a shoebox, basically.
Yeah, it's like a shoebox basically. And he places it on the table with a flint, and you can hear a very slight shink sound.
Damn, we
Damn.
don't have Aaron. We can't know if it's the sound of coin, because he can just pull a bag and like, yep, that's 100 coin.
This has been put forward for the reward of the assistance you have provided. I do hope it is enough. And he's just sliding across, moving some of the paperwork out of the way so it doesn't like rip any of it.
I'm sure it's more than adequate, thank you. We also have some weapons and other items that we've acquired from... God, where's my accent going? Other items that we've acquired from our travels that we'd be looking to offload somewhere. I don't know if your quartermaster or someone in the market might be in the market for it, I suppose.
If you're trying to sell weapons, the quartermaster will buy them at some price. You would have to speak to him. He is round the back of the stockade towards some of the barracks and the training yard. But you can speak to him if that is what you want to do. There's a few...
Armed guard is never something you can say nay to, right, Captain?
My guards are armed. I don't know.
You can never be too armed.
Weighing yourself down with too many items is dangerous, especially for trying to capture those that you are trying to pursue. That's what I say to most of my guards. Keep swift and keep light. But yes, if you're trying to sell things in this market, I'm sure there is many who would buy stuff from you.
You
Many
wouldn't,
people are still.
you wouldn't know a good leatherworks here. I need to repair my coat or get a new one, as he basically like shows that. Yeah, I don't have a sleeve here.
There is many who deal with levers in this town. This is one of our main producers. A leather worker would not be too hard to come by. The town
Any
square
recommend-
market would be a decent place to find any type of levers. To find someone to class something for you, I would suggest going to the west side of town, closer to the forest. There's quite a few who are skinners and the such. They would have connections, and I'm sure some could help you with this.
No recommendation from the captain then.
I do not deal with the shopkeepers myself. That is more for my subordinates, and the guard, the quartermaster deals occasionally with them, procuring armors and such. But myself, I am too busy trying to deal with this town, and
No need for a winter coat then.
not at this time, as it is currently spring. So no, winter coats, not so much.
What's the name of your quartermaster, incidentally?
His name?
Aye,
Oh, Thatch.
Thatch. Thank you.
You should just be starting up about now. It's just going past dawn.
Excellent. We'll pay him a wee visit before we head out then.
And there's another note. I've been asked to invite you to the manor house. Kalsana wanted to speak to you all.
Ah, excellent.
We were hoping to speak to her, so that adds up nicely.
I'm sure. Well, I'll let you get about your day. And
As
I
basically,
have routines to do. As he sits down again.
and a good day
starts
to you, as
pushing some
Wilbur
papers.
walks out first.
So who is you actually going to pick up the chest? Which is just laying
Oh,
on the desk
Wilbur,
still.
Wilbur takes his first.
Okay.
He takes it and say, and good day to you, basically.
Yeah, you kind of have to like underarm carry it.
Yeah.
Actually, no. There's two handles on the side which you can carry it by.
Okay, so he's carrying it like this, which is means he's gonna have his cane under his arm, which looks really weird, like a guy that goes to cane. Like, yep, I'm gonna go walk without my cane.
So the weak one is carrying the chest.
Yep, the weakest one in the pie is carrying
As
the
soon
chest.
as we get out of the room, Ulan is gonna pull out the portable hole, whip it open on a flat surface, and sort of like gesture to put the money in the hole.
Okay, because this is like right next to the cells, so one of the drunkards is like,
As you whip out like like a silk stuff, and it basically becomes a hole that we go into.
yeah, he is so confused. Fortunately, he is drunk, so he doesn't care.
What boy? He doesn't even go. Oh, I really gotta give up drinking.
No, he from
He's
what
not
you've seen
probably
walking past him as
then,
well,
is
he is probably hangover and has been in a fight, so he's pretty bruised up, especially one of his eyes. So he probably doesn't care at all, and probably can't even see correctly anyway. You just see it's like a black hole appear, and you throw stuff into it. It's like.
We will open the shits to see, like, also first, like, you know.
Okay. There is a lot of gold coins in it.
As Wilbur closes it. Seems like we need our economic advisor to count these, as he puts it down in the black hole.
So the money's in the hole.
The money is now, well, the chest is now in the hole, yes.
I roll
That
the
sounds
thingy
so
up
weird, by
and
the way, because money in the hole, like, we're not going red.
we should just throw Seraphina in and say fire in the hole. So Ulan rolls the thing up and slings it back over his shoulder again.
Of course, we do flag fold it because we're really caring about it.
Oh yeah, that was it. We folded it up like a American flag, didn't we?
Yeah.
Treasure your magical objects. So yeah, where are you guys traveling to?
They are waiting for us.
Actually,
We're
yeah,
going to the
Maybe.
quartermaster.
yeah, you guys are. Are you three staying at the market, or are you guys going to go to the
We're
stockade?
going to the stockade.
You're going to the stockade. Okay, so about this time, you guys would be coming outside the stockade now, because it didn't take you too long to find Aaron, because it was literally around the corner. So yeah, you're coming out to the stockade now, and because you're only about, I say, about 5 minutes behind, maybe even less. And if the other three are coming, going to go to the quartermaster, was that?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you actually would have to come out the front and go around the back.
Wait, the quartermaster is not behind the locked area?
Well, it's locked, so unless you want to break the door.
Oh. Well, no. Never mind.
You're not members of the guard. You can't be allowed.
I was thinking that we would go out to the entrance and then was like a side area, where the quartermaster is. I was
No,
like,
it's a pretty simple.
It's behind the.
It's
the locked area.
basically building and then a blacksmithy on the back.
Oh, okay, then I understand.
Is basically how it is. There is the armory attached as like the centerpiece between the two, but that's locked off for you guys because no key.
Alright.
Yeah, and the guard captain would have told you to go around the front and go around.
Probably ask the person sitting in the front, like the captain said that we could go to the quartermaster and basically like, can you lock it up for us? Getting there.
No, I mean you literally go out the front and then walk down the alleyway into the back.
Okay.
There's a blacksmith in the garage, basically.
Basically, yeah.
I just think it's weird that the quartermaster is not behind, specifically like locked.
He's behind a locked door. It's just a different locked door.
Things are weird, like planning.
It's a small town.
Well, if you think about it, if people broke out of the prison, they can't just immediately run into the
Oh,
armory.
yeah, that makes sense then.
Don't deny me this. I'm the GM. You're going around.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
and
guess
with that,
we meet up with everyone else.
you do meet
No,
up.
we phase through the wall because we can do that.
If you want to waste those.
No.
Actually, how many of those do you have? Because you have some, and then you also have the poisoned one as well.
We have a fuck ton of that stuff.
I have one good and 3 poisoned
Okay.
on me right now, and I'm
The one good one
no
was like 2
2
doses.
doses.
Wasn't it?
2 doses of the bad one big like health potion of the good one, and 3 health potion of the bad ones. We have a shit ton of plain face potions.
All right. So yeah, as you come out the front, it's been just enough time that you actually see. You literally almost bump into each other as they're about to enter the stockade and you were exiting. It was almost comedy moment.
Like, oh, it's basically a sitcom when everyone walks into the same room at the same time.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. And the 60 of you have now regrouped, and you can.
We have a lot of gold, you guys.
Good morning to you too.
Alright, good morning. I kind of give you evils.
You see Wilbur like go to the side, like look at this, look at Ulan, like that was
No
rude of
whisper
him
target found.
for the first time ever, basically. Yes.
So I guess you got the reward from the guard captain?
Aye, we did. It's a huge chest full of jangly things. So either we've got lots of gold or a really interesting collection of cutlery.
It was gold. That's why we need you, Aaron, to count it. You're apparently extremely good at this.
I like shinies, I do. I can try.
Well, we'll wait until we're in a slightly less middle of the street place, and we'll whip the hole back out.
You
I
talk
got
with
just the
the
idea to take if Wilbur had a shiny spoon, he would just look like this, like ooh, shiny.
Did you talk with the quartermaster?
Not yet. We're just on the way.
We will join you then.
And the party is scattered. Oh, and also we've been invited to a manor.
Aye, 'cause Lana wants to have a wee chat with us, which works out nicely.
Seems like fate wants us to meet up.
Then lead the way.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, it's pretty straightforward. There's only one alleyway right next to the barracks, which is there is one guard stationed by it, obviously just to make sure no one just like randomly runs down here, and it's kind of narrow, but you can all easily make a single file through it, and it leads into this enclosed area behind the stockade, which has a separate building as what looks like some type of barracks for sleeping quarters. There's also the actual quartermaster area, which is basically a blacksmith, and you can actually see the chimney, which at this point has started to billow, and a training yard with a couple of very simple wooden dummies.
Can we see the quartermaster about anywhere?
You actually see Thatch, actually by the blacksmith itself, actually working the billows to get the coals hot. He's got like one of those the billows, like the big pipe things that you stick into it and blow. And he's too busy to notice you guys right now.
As I walk over towards him, I'm just going to go, Thatch, buddy, my man, exactly the person I was looking for. All enthusiastic like.
Who the hell are you?
I am the man who is about to offer you an excellent deal on some slightly used second-hand weapons.
Not interested. And he turns around and starts.
The captain begs to differ. He said that you'd be able to help us out with a pretty decent deal. He said you were a good man.
What has Gerald said now?
Well, just that you were a good, honest man who'd offer us a great deal. You wouldn't want to disappoint the captain now, would you?
Uh-huh. And what's that? And he's like kind of just leaning against the chimney with these leather apron, leather thick gloves on, and this like pretty huge mustache and beard just growing down and almost plaited around his chest area.
Is there a convenient open space on the ground?
You have an entire training yard, and he hasn't pulled out any of his tools yet. They're against the wall, so.
Ulan's just going to go, well, and then flourish out the portable hole onto the ground and just like wave his arm at the assortment of many things just lying in there.
Fancy piece of cloak. So, where did you get this? He's not close enough to actually look into it. He just sees this black cloth that just created a hole. He's like,
Yeah, we found it out and about, but it's what's inside that's more important.
and he kind of leans away, steps forwards a little, kind of crouches down.
We have 16 assorted daggers, 2 hand crossbows, a chain shirt, and a suit of scale mail.
A what?
That was 16 daggers. Does it need to be slow? Is it that early in the morning? 16 daggers, like stabby things.
What do you want for it?
And make me an offer.
100 gold for the whole lot.
I'm gonna look at everyone else and see if that's a good deal, because honestly, I have no fucking clue. I don't understand money at all.
I'm sure you could do slightly better, Master Thatch. Master Ulan, why don't you bring them out so we can inspect them and see the quality of them?
Can I roll intelligence for, appraising? Like, or wisdom, I guess it would be more to say. Apparently, Wilbur is like not good today. Well, he's a big spender, he's not like a big earner.
I'm gonna hop down in the hole and start lifting things out, I guess. Carefully. Slow fall, no problem.
Two hand crossbows.
And scale mail.
14 bolts, which, I can use later, but, it's not needed right now.
Got the money to buy stuff.
Also, isn't Wilbur's hand crossbow broken at the moment, or did you fix that?
Haven't fixed it.
Yeah, the string broke, but you were just gonna do mending on the string.
Yeah, and she did.
Yeah,
Okay.
There we go.
I remember her
did?
doing that. Yeah, I remember you said, like, can I fix that for you? When
Yeah,
Because
when he refused to let you fix his coat, you just fixed his hand crossbow. You were kind of like in fix mode.
Well, 100 gold. You gonna take it or what?
I look
Come
to the
on
rest
now.
of the group like,
Come on, now, I'm sure we can do a little bit better. Say 150? Can I make a persuasion check to try and get him?
Yeah, you can make a persuasion check. As this knight of Calvin Wart just walks up.
Nice.
this is the price, man.
150 gold. Let's see the quality.
Take out the nice sheets of bow because it's nice.
Oh, hey, there's a nice wee bow in here as well.
Uh-huh.
Was engravings on them.
Actually, did you just write bow, or did you write short bow?
I put nice-ish bow because that's what you said.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
that
probably a
was
short
what
bow.
they said to me.
Yeah.
It's probably a short bow. Okay.
But it was engraving on it, I remember that. Someone had it carved into it.
And he kind of just like starts brushing his beard. It's like, all right, 150 gold for the whole lot. Get it out. I'm not going in there.
I'm just like lifting the things out and just mounding it on the ground.
Any of you going to help him?
Yeah, Wilbur's gonna help, move stuff.
As actually, you kind of have to throw them out because you're only 6 foot. This is 10 foot.
Yeah, I'll just hand them up to Wilbur and he can put them on the side.
Yeah, someone should probably hold his leg because he's probably like halfway down, and it's basically like a big chute.
Also, you have to be careful not to close the hole yourself as you get close to it, because it's still a piece of cloth on the floor. So if you accidentally knock a corner
with a slight hover.
Yeah.
We need to get a ladder. Just like a random ladder to keep in the hole to get in and out.
Yeah. Something to add.
Could I even make it out if I jumped in there?
You definitely couldn't, no. Unless you made some amazing...
It's hard for Wilbur to get out of the hole. So,
I probably would be fine, because I'm quite tall and I'm good at jumping.
Yeah, you might
jump
be able to...
like...
monk stuff.
Yeah, you
How
can
far
jump
do you
and then
jump? You jump
catch.
like 7 feet already.
So,
if someone just have to help,
usually that's jumping forwards, not up.
You can jump at least your height forwards, and it's half your height upwards, I think.
Yeah. So you
Yes.
can attempt
So,
to try and
and
catch
if
the
I'm,
edge.
I'm about 7 foot tall, so I can jump to like the edge of a 10-foot hole.
Yeah, you could
and
just
grab
about
the
catch
rim.
the edge, yeah.
But that
Yeah,
would
and
be
pull
really
yourself
bad
up.
in a hole that's basically closed at this cell phone to that.
Well,
yeah.
as long as I don't like put my
Yeah.
fingers underneath the hole and pull it back, it should be fine.
That would be horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably get a ladder.
So yeah, you
Yeah,
eventually,
that's on his-
with the
I'm
help
just
of
gonna
everyone
rearrange stuff in the hole to make a little staircase.
else. Oh yeah, you have the barrel in there as well. So yeah, you could probably like start leaning on stuff.
We got the
and-
barrel and the gold thing. I'll just like hop up on the barrel and then get out. Yeah.
Yeah,
As Will sees it, he's like, ugh.
don't want to break that.
There's a lot. Don't
Yeah,
break
so
that.
you
Probably
manage to get
gonna make
everything
an
out.
explosion.
You lay it down in a pile next to Thatch, and he's like, not bad, not bad. All right, and yeah, he actually has it on him. He actually pulls from the back a pouch, and he's like, takes out a couple coins, and then throws you the pouch. Say, there you go. Use it wisely.
We immediately pass it to Aaron for him to
Yeah,
test.
basically like human calculator, please here.
Can I make a check on it? See?
If you just want to check if it's the right amount of gold, sure. Make a investigation check.
Oh.
It's not too hard to count gold.
He didn't do perception last time.
Did I do perception last time? Okay, yeah, do perception.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
because
wisdom.
that's what
He's
I
just
mean,
like
so
waiting
high.
to see if it feels like the right amount. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, perception's wisdom, so it's fine. It's above 10, so you managed to at least count it. It takes him a little time. But yeah, there's 150 gold coins.
it's not like look at it like.
Well, it's kind of a sack, but yeah, kind of a small waist sack tied off.
Okay.
What, you think I'm gonna cheat you all?
It's been one of those weeks. It's nothing personal.
I've been hearing from the captain. Seems like you guys have been having quite a good time out there.
As Wilbur looks at his arm, like.
You're welcome to join us if you'd like.
With you guys? No. It's like, is that all the business you got, or can I get to work now?
Did
You
anyone
wouldn't
need
be
to
able
buy anything?
to. You wouldn't be able to sharpen a sword, would you? Or a
I'm a
rapier?
blacksmith. Of course I can sharpen things.
Okay, as we'll basically do the push it on the rapier and basically catch it with the other hand, handing it over. Can you
Wow.
sharpen it until tomorrow morning?
This has seen some, this thing has seen some days. Where'd you get this? A corpse?
Some years ago, it was handed to me by someone I respect.
Well, you might as well just buy a new one at this point. It's actually been in a couple places. And,
It has seen the world. Important.
resharpening's a bit of an issue. Reforging it, maybe. And that'll take definitely a couple days. I can give you one that spares out the armory for it, and I can work it in my off time. But
Are you competent in silvering?
silvering, like this guys do over in the far west.
Mm-hmm.
Never done it myself, but if I had some silver, probably. I ain't mounting coins, that's for sure. But you can probably find some places up south or north. Around here is a little tricky. We don't usually care about those types of things. Why?
Okay. Well, if I need to reforge it, I want to make it
You want to make
worthy
an
of
alloy?
it.
You could alloy it, mix it in with the steel. May make it a little bit flimsy, but it could do the same job. Could probably find something like that up north, or maybe even in King's Arch. They always have fancy things up there.
Well, for now, I guess old friend will retire. As you see him basically sigh and, basically holding out his hand to basically get back his rapier.
There you go. Just, look after your weapons a little better.
It's hard when years take it. But yes.
Fair enough. Well then, I'll get to work and leave you to your business. And he stretches up and goes back over to the forge, which has cooled down, so he has to go and warm it up again with the billows.
That's gonna take hours. Oh.
I could help him with that.
Not gonna work.
Do you want
need
it?
the Well, you can set it on fire, but you need the coal to be internally hot, which is gonna take hours anyway. Don't
Shoot a
just
couple
burn it
fireworks in.
more.
Or literally just burning hands. That could be fun. Do you want to attempt to?
How long can she continuously hold a burning hands? Is it a cantrip or is it?
It's a first level spell. And it's
So you can't make a sword.
It's an action, so it's 6 seconds for one. So and you have what, 3 first level spells?
For
You have 4, so you could do it for like 20 seconds, 20 plus seconds.
So we can't.
If you want it.
Okay, she's not powerful enough to do a sword forge. Then
I do have fireball too, so.
but you need a continuous beam basically to.
That
have
will do
sword
something
forge.
else completely to the forge.
Yeah, no, I'll just leave him to his work.
Destroys the entire building.
Yeah, no need to set everything on fire.
Definitely when the explosive right next to us, as Ulan and Wilbur basically start to fall the.
Fire. No, you don't hear
Huh?
that. So yeah, where are you guys heading off to now? It's still pretty early morning.
Unless we still got some stuff we need to sell at the market.
We need to buy stuff. I guess we need a step ladder or a ladder. Wilbur needs to go do some personal shopping, and we should probably hand out gold to people who actually have cash money on them.
Yeah, we should go somewhere and count how much money is in the chest.
Go back to our local tavern.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you make
but
your way
we
over
need
to.
a room then.
Well, depending
Yeah,
on how
because that was
many.
only for the night. You would have
Yeah.
to get another room if you wanted to.
Well, we're supposed to go to the manor, so I'm sure they
can do
have a 10-foot space in there.
I guess
Yeah.
a manor. So yes, there is more than 10-foot square empty
We can
space.
we can
What
work
is
it out in the
the
study or
clock?
whatever.
What's the time of day? It's not
It's
that
morning.
much.
It's like
Yeah.
real early morning still. Like you've had your breakfast and then you headed over to the stockade. So we're talking like
Early brunch.
no, not even that. Like 9, because you guys got up like 7, 6, 7, and then you had breakfast. So yeah, it's still like 9 or something in the morning.
That's okay.
I'm with the
He, I
suggestion
guess.
for going to the mansion. Because I think if we ask nicely that we would get some privacy.
I thought you were going to say we could get a second reward.
So you're going where?
To the manor, I think.
You're going to the manor. Excellent. Okay then. Yeah, you all know where it is pretty well. So yeah, you head towards the manor. going
we paid
through.
for Steve for a couple of days, right?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
If we going to go out to the jungle, we should probably pay for more.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure if
Do
you're
we
gonna take
pass
them or
the stable? We're still on the way.
not. No, you have to actually go further for the stable.
Well, we've got Steve paid up for a couple of days, so when we know what we're doing, we'll worry about that.
Yeah.
And we did tell him that we were supposed to, and that we would, don't know how long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wilbur
But we
gave him
paid for 3 days.
quite a bit of money.
We paid for at least 3 days if I remember.
Yeah.
So, you
And we
make
can
your way
always-
using some of the main roads towards the manor house. As it's more early morning, there's a lot more carts and traffic on the roads, so you kind of have to stay to the side. You don't get the whole road to yourself anymore.
Aw.
Is it carts going outwards or inwards?
Both.
Most. It's like main traffic now.
It's like main traffic now at this point. There's some coming from the Meadowside direction with apples and other groceries from the farms. There's some going from the actual town itself and going east towards the actual forest with labourers on the back of them going in to do labouring work on the logging. And then there's more which are travelling the other directions, north and east. But yeah, as you're heading east, there's quite a bit of traffic, but you can easily make it towards the manor house without too much of a trouble at a leisurely pace. And it's pretty much as you saw it previously. There's still the memorial for the Kosana's father, the mayor, at the front garden, which is still a wreath of flowers with small pieces of like paper and other trinkets and gifts around it. And then there's still 2 town guards stationed at the front. There's no more of the Kellenmore guards.
Is it the same guards? Like, no, it can't be the same guards.
Can't be the same guards. They've been switching shifts.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Do they like?
They know who you are. You've been passing through. It's been passed around that there is a group of adventurers of your description assisting the town.
Dragonborn and a weird guy with a
it's
eye patch.
you guys are
We're
really
pretty
easy.
pretty easy to see who it is, and
And a halfling with a giant purple hat. Yeah, very
Yeah.
easy. They do notice you have an additional party member, but it's not too much of a worry when there's still the 5 of you. So yeah, you walking past, they give you a nod, give a morning, and you guys
Morning.
walk up the pathway towards the front door, which for once is actually closed.
too early to open the doors, or
Well, it is morning still.
Is there a bell or a knocker?
There is a knocker. Yep.
I'll knock with a knocker then.
You wait a moment.
Wilbur is tapping his foot impatiently.
And then you hear some footsteps coming up to the door. Hello and welcome to the manor. How can I be of service? And there's actually someone creaks the door open, and there's what looks like a butler of some description.
We were informed that Lady Kuslana wanted to see us.
Yes, the lady of the house have
Yes.
sent for us.
Lady Kosana. She is having breakfast at the moment. If you wish to join her, I can ask her now if she would be expecting company. Please, come in and wait in the reception area. And
Thank you, good sir.
which is basically the main hallway with the stairs that you'll remember leading up towards the second floor. And it goes into the door that you'll remember on the left side, which is the dining table and dining room. He walks in, You can hear a little bit of chatter, and he comes back pretty quickly with a "You may enter," as he kind of curtsies and points towards the door.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, good sir.
And as you enter the dining area, this is usually for like big like banquets because it's a very large table. It's like one of those ridiculous tables with like 20 seats on it. And at one of the ends is Kosana, pretty moderately dressed for like a morning, in just a gown. And all the windows are open, so morning light's coming in through the window, which is, it's quite cinematic. And she
It does the
notices...
smell of stale air. It's too nice in here.
Some of the windows are open to get some fresh air coming in. The last place most of you remember of this, which is two of you, is where you found Closadan's body.
Where at the table is she sat? Is she like sat where her dad would have been, or
Yes,
is she left?
the head of the table.
Okay.
One of the larger chairs, which is very obvious to notice because it's a higher point and there's elven carvings in the top of it, kind of like
Will look important.
yeah, like in what type of, is it Tudor? I think it's
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like
kind of like
the
the
chair in the
leaves.
middle is taller, yeah.
yeah, like the leaf carvings in it and stuff. And she's having it's quite a large breakfast with multiple different types of plates and such, and fresh loaves of bread, which is a lot for one person. And she notices you come in it. Friends, please, do you want to join me? It's a little late for breakfast, but I do appreciate the company. And
What's on the table?
basically a better version of what you had at the tavern.
Is there any bacon?
Which type of bacon are you talking about? The right bacon or wrong bacon?
There is a type of bacon, yes. It's not straight from pigs, it's from boars. Because woodlands.
Ooh, venison.
Venison's directly from deer.
Yeah, venison's deer, not boar.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Boar, it's still bacon. It's just a lot thicker in terms of.
In Sweden, we usually call it
it,
wild meat.
is it like European bacon or is it American bacon?
It's European. Definitely European. It's not rashers. This is like, it looks like a pork chop but thinner slightly. It's got some wobble.
I will accept the invitation to breakfast, and I will carefully make myself a bacon sandwich.
Okay.
I'll eat two because I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, and some of you with highest perception, which I think, yawning, wow, is Aaron and Wilbur. You can tell from the first time you met her, she was very monotone. For once today, she actually has some like
color.
I want to say curvature to her speaking pattern.
Okay, she's trying to get her female nature out a bit.
She sounds like a person now.
Yeah, not like
She's no longer Vulcan.
She's not like the sister of Wilbur anymore. Okay,
Yeah.
sad face.
Which is strange when you first actually hear her speaking, because it's like, especially Wilbur, because last time you saw her, she was like really, she was going through a range of things. So yeah, I take it all.
Wilbur is pretty sure she have killed someone in, he was tortured and probably gonna be in a wheelchair.
You don't know
But-
that.
Well,
you were there for that.
as you were in the reception area, you did not see a bloodstain on the floor or a body. So
Well, that can be clean.
yeah, you
No,
didn't
but
inspect it.
he knows that she looked very grim.
Not anymore. She actually feels pretty looking over at her as you all sit down.
Yeah.
She's looking pretty
I
jovial.
Can I
down.
insight check?
I will ask her how she is feeling. An insight checker.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight as well.
Okay, you can both roll as she looks over
Wow.
at you.
I'm distracted by bacon.
You're distracted by bacon. She kind of gives you a very light smile. Kind of
I'm distracted by my hat.
your hat accidentally fell down. You're like, oh! As she kind of ladle-like thing, like brush her mouth with a napkin. Looks up at you. It's like, it's funny. I feel lighter. It feels good to have a peace of mind for once, and strange. I have some responsibilities to take care of. To find out who will be protecting the town and acting as the new mayor, and other things I need to worry about.
How is mayorship in your world? Is it electoral or?
It's a mixture. It's usually electoral, but if it's a family, the next of kin can take over charge until either the next mayoral election, or if the populace is unhappy with that change.
So kind of like with
So
a
Anglo-Saxons, the Anglo-Saxon king.
or the U.S.
Yeah.
Senate.
Uh,
Like if a senator or a representative die, their spouse can serve out the rest of their term.
Yeah. So there we go then. Yes, it's literally exactly like that. So yeah, technically, Colsana could take charge right now. It doesn't seem she has. She's just currently living in the manor at the moment. So that's how you can tell. You two who were rolling insight, like, now, you get nothing from her. She looks amazingly happy, and it looks like she's doing pretty well.
so you're not gonna take over the mayorship for now, at least yourself, then?
I was never one for politics, but
Seems
I
like a capable enough woman.
I did have a hand in helping my father with such things. That was one of the reasons that I was in Meadowside, discussing with Maribel some processes. But where I go now, I have some curiosities that I want to attend to, which is strange because I'll be leaving this place. As she looks around, and this room is quite large for what it's dealt with, and being in here by herself would be ridiculously scaled. It'd be like a doll in a dollhouse type of thing. It's like just gigantic in comparison. Even with you guys in here now filling up about half of the table,
It's
yeah,
it's always gonna feel like you're out of place. It should be like always a banquet going on.
yeah. Saren is completely out of her zone right now.
This episode needs to be called The Breakfast Club, by the way.
Double breakfast.
What about
I mean,
second
technically,
breakfast?
this is second breakfast, yeah.
Some of all hobbits.
Right. Well, look at the bright side. In 2 hours, we get to have 11sies.
So yeah, you'll help yourself to a second breakfast, which is so much nicer. It's all fresh. The bread is still actually hot from coming out of a kiln.
Do we have cheese bread?
There is cheese bread, yeah. And
Is there any brown
there's
sauce?
some butter. There is no brown sauce.
Damn it.
I cannot make the sandwich without ketchup.
We'll have to soldier our way through.
There is like some type of spiced mix which you can rub onto the bacon, which is kind of like a substitute. It's like a mixture between peppers from the south and some local herbs.
And Wilbur rolls sleight of hand to just, take spices.
You literally want to steal the spices.
He needed because he needs to make more potions.
Okay. How are you gonna do this? Are you gonna take the whole? It's kind of like I would say it's like in a little china pot. So are you gonna take the entire pot, or are you just gonna like pinch some out and put it somewhere?
I'm not gonna take the whole pot with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna do pinching basically.
Oh, you're just gonna pinch some? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just roll me a sleight of hand. With pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, easy. While everyone's having breakfast, you pretty quickly just go, and you pretend to rub some on whatever you're eating, and then you just pocket into a small little, I guess, a satchel you have, or some paper that you roll up.
I guess I can do it in paper. I do have empty vials. I can just put it into basically making a salt shaker.
It's a little excessive for a vial. But yeah, sure. You put it in a vial because you have quite a few of those still. So yes,
that's also all in my bandolier. Like it's very close to hand.
So you have half a vial of spices.
Nice.
Put breakfast spices, so I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
Breakfast spices.
I will at some point bring up the assassins, because probably at this point have heard about it.
Considering you helped her from assassins, yeah, she knows about the assassins.
Yeah, about the assassins underground temple thingy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
does she know we kicked their asses and like totally avenged her dad and stuff?
No, because you literally came back last night.
So like the guards haven't even told her or anything?
Actually, no, she would have spoken to the guards, considering that's how the reward was made and the letter was sent. So yeah, no, she knows about that. She doesn't know in detail, but First Lieutenant Half did describe what you had told him on your way back, and relayed that to. It was a chain of whispers, basically. Half to Gerald, Gerald to Cortana.
So she knows that we dishwasher monkey synced it then? Like Chinese whispers?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, so you bring that up. She nods slowly. Her demeanor slightly darker when you bring up assassins, but then smiles again as you say, talk about how you dealt with them all. It's like, yes, I did hear about that from Gerald. It was quite late when the message was sent, but I'm glad that is all dealt with, and you all made out safely. And with that, I was grateful. There's little more reward I can give you.
I know a reward you can give us.
Oh dear God.
A reward.
Haha.
Money is not everything, but books and knowledge is something can be relished for a long time, even a lifetime. So, yes, a collection from the library, only a few books, of course, but it would be nice to have something to remember and help us on a journey in the future.
I was going to say you could have some of the gems, but books is fine as well with me. As I will be departing, I will not be needing such things. So, take what you require. Studying wasn't really my sort of thing, and I'm not sure whoever be in charge of this manor house will care too much about what books remain. As a note, you probably can't put all the books in the hole because it is
No, but
basically
100 books wouldn't take that much place.
It's only a 10 by 10. It's kind of actually no, it's a 10 by 10
by 10 by 10.
Need-
Yeah.
Yeah. A book isn't that big.
A lot of them can be.
Well,
and
if Wilbur is Wilbur knows he's around the library, he can probably stack books.
yeah, and there are varying sizes because there is no standard size at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Right. And if you take a nap, you can build a staircase out to them so you can get in and out.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Whoa.
It solves all of our problems.
A book
No.
staircase.
No.
Wilbur, you definitely don't like that idea.
That was
No, but me as a person
by the
like
way.
it.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. And then you think it again, you're like, wait, no, that's a terrible idea. I don't want to damage books.
Stepping on books?
Speaking of knowledge and such things, how knowledgeable are you about the local area and the history of it?
And she kind of sits up again. Strange questions all day. This is hilarious. She kind of just leans on one of the armrests. What knowledge do you require? I have...
Well, the assassins were hiding out in a temple on the previous page.
Solendor.
Solendor,
yes.
yeah. Aye, like in a very old, ancient elven temple that they seem to have appropriated and converted to the worship of Delona.
Yes, the
do you
elven
know-
god of hunting.
Aye, do you know anything about the, where that temple dates from or anything along those lines?
If it is a temple of Solendor, that is one of the old elven deities. And anything of elven is quite old. She kind of turns to Seraphina and Wilbur. I'm sure you know how old the Elven Empire was. Such things have been buried, and well.
I want to roll history. I want
Do
to
I
be
actually know?
exact and be like the idiot that just say the exact date.
Those are the two that look like scholars. That's the reason she turned to those two.
Sure it is. She's
I am
got a
proficient
thing
in
against blue
history,
people.
So...
24 on my history check for
Yeah,
the day.
okay.
Nah.
You two, you didn't care about the main continent. You were like on an island. Wilbur,
What the fuck?
well, it's true. Seraphina was on an island. She didn't care
Yeah,
about.
but it was
continent.
basically, what the fuck is this main island?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
going
I have been
become a wizard.
to the-
I'm a wizard, man!
I
have
have
time
been
for
to
history.
Ireland, so...
Yeah, you've been to Valen a couple times, but that wasn't like your main knowledge area. You know more about the islands than Valen. But yeah, Wilbur. Yeah, you know about the Elven Empire and its date back, which is about almost 600 years at this point. And so anything of elven culture would be basically in the forest, which is where the empire grew from.
So how did
Yes,
Woodfell
the-
come to be built here?
Do you ask this question or?
Aye, and led by an elven mayor.
Well, a lot of time has passed since those days, and after the alliance was made, the human and elven population were able to accept each other a little more.
Yes. Over 600 years, things change, and there is a lot of time for politics to grow and change. So things like Woodfell can exist without folk being too angry about it.
And if you're asking directly about this town, I at least can tell you this town is relatively new. It was one of the more, as you can tell, it's quite close to the forest, and it is one of the more frontier points to try and push back the the growing tide, as it were.
I suppose my train of thought, or what's a train? My line of thinking and my concern is that there's at least one mysterious secret temple chilling out in the area around here, that a evil cult has used to take over and hijack the town and and assassinate the mayor and things. I mean, that does not seem safe to me. Are there
There's
perhaps
many
other
things
things?
not safe in this area.
Are there perhaps other temples lurking around, or?
I am most assuredly sure there is. Many ruins are hidden across these lands.
The Elven Kingdom, the Elven Empire, excuse me, was before the Kingdom of Man, if we say so. Well, there was a lot of time where the elves could roam free, so temple can be anywhere. We don't really know.
Well, aye. It's just that there's a town here, and like, oh look, there's a mysterious temple nearby. I wondered if there was some awareness of the temple for them to have chosen this particular site, or if it's just some strange happenstance.
To actually find a temple is quite lucky. To find one that's reasonably intact, as you've described, and from what Halford's told me at least.
I will use archaeological history to try to figure out where the nearest ruin will be.
The nearest ruins, yeah. No, they're quite lucky to find such things. I can't imagine they knew such thing exists unless they had some type of old history of this area. And
It's just remarkably odd, because there was a cottage built over a kind of a back entrance, with a trapdoor leading down into it. I mean, it's
That
not
could
like they
be
stumbled along a door in the side of a cliff or anything like that. They managed to find a hole in the ground.
there's a lot of things that can.
Well,
it could be just convenience that
as
they
I did
wanted.
say, this town is quite new, and the cottages surrounding this town are equally as new. So
It could be that they wanted to make a basement, but they found the temple. We can't really know.
the order of the building is interesting, to say the least. I do know that much.
And definitely when they was building falling traps.
I'm sure you have to find out from someone higher up than them if they knew about it beforehand or after.
Are there perhaps town records that would indicate who built that particular cottage, or is that not something you keep tabs on?
There's always records for everything. You just need to find the right place to find it.
The question is if it was in the boundaries of this town. There's quite a lot of area, especially in this forest, that has been, how to say, unclaimed. And this cottage may be one of them.
And I don't think they would have it in their get an architect to build it if they was they to build it. But if it's older, maybe we can find it. But it's gonna be hard.
If it is in the forest, getting anyone to build it in there is difficult.
The land itself seems to be quite open and arid, which maybe because of their occult doings, but if it was at least an open field at the time, building a house would be easier with at least all the wood around it. But yes, it would still be hard to do.
enough of these cultists.
One more question about the cultists, though.
One
About
more.
the one that I...
She's getting a little
am-
frustrated.
I really hope
yes.
this was a throwaway side quest that you had no intention of coming back to, because we're gonna ask every question imaginable.
Yeah. About the one
Yes.
that I... hampered. What happened of him? I was not quite myself at the time. You see him basically like clenching his fist in the table, like he feels that something is really wrong with him for doing that.
Oh, the one you left. He was taken care of and removed from the manor.
Is he still with the land of the living?
Oh, I'm sure he is dead at some point. I stayed in my room for most of it.
I will insight check her.
Okay.
Can I insight check Wilbur? I kind of want to know why he wants to know.
Wait, you're checking Wilbur or her?
Wilbur!
Okay. Instant check
This
Wilbur.
is fun.
When am I
Serafina
not
look at
inside
Wilbur. Wilbur looks at.
checking Yeah, when am I not inside checking Wilbur?
That's true.
Oh wow. Okay.
Roll deception.
No whisper target found.
He seems guilty. It seems like he feels like he's guilty, doing wrong things.
And Wilbur, yeah, you can tell she's lying.
So it's interesting with an intruder and the power that I saw you had with staying in your room when at the time.
What are you trying to insinuate?
I would like to throw a piece of bread at Wilbur.
She gives you
Will-
a look.
Like, huh?
Gives who a look?
Gives Wilbur a look.
Okay.
It's just that I feel sorry for the man. The man would never walk again if I ever see him.
You shouldn't.
But
You shouldn't.
if he died swiftly afterwards, I don't feel any remorse for him. Well, I will go into the library now and will be basically raise up. Basically, looks very gloomy. Everyone can see this as he walks up to the library.
Well,
Yeah.
When he's gone, I say, we apologise for him. He's eccentric.
you are true about that. He is definitely crass. Now, he has his reward. What can I reward the rest of you for your assistance? I'm feeling generous.
Never ask that question as a DM.
I wouldn't mind taking a book.
A book?
A book.
Wilbur opens the door again and basically waves Ulan over.
Yeah. You just want the whole, don't you?
Non-context.
I just give him the hole and pull the door closed and walk back to the table.
As he walks up to him, he says, "I want to speak with you," and then he takes the cloth and walks up to the library.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Inside check. Need to insight check
I would
everything.
I would really like to insight check that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I guess I would roll deception.
If you wanna.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Wilbur is like an open book for everyone.
Yeah.
It's obviously that he wants to speak with you about something. It seems like it's important for him. Like it actually means something for some reason. It's like he's caring us about something.
Hmm.
And for the rest of you, do you give an answer to Kosana?
Yeah, I told her a book.
I'm sure you can join Wilbur upstairs before he takes all the books.
Do you have someone who could send a message to Miss Whip for us, please?
To
Miss Whip, one of the nearby towns.
Yes. We have quite a few travelers that go in that direction. I'm sure I can get one of them paid to deliver some type of message. Who to?
Lieutenant Half asked me to pass a message on to his superiors there, just to inform them of the events here.
I see. That seems like no problem at all. If you want, we can arrange one for today, if required. It's not too far of a distance. Is there anyone in particular, or just
Just to the order.
just to the order? Do you have it prepared?
No, I will need to describe one, but I'll come and see you again once I have done so. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Comical effect.
Aaron, what are you asking for? I want everyone else to go first.
I don't really need anything.
And Seren wasn't there.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Play
I'm like,
the-
I'm not saying anything. I
Play the
wasn't there on
Cleric of
computer.
Sunni card. Ask her for a kiss.
Oh, Jesus.
Be Gimli.
No, she's a druid. I don't know where she's been.
Savage.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
He's got a point. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Wow.
And suddenly he will never get a girl.
Fair enough, Claire Karen. But
Wow, did he say that out loud?
No. The no favors needed.
Oh, good. I was worried we'd have a
No,
fight or something.
he didn't say that part out loud. That part I know.
wouldn't.
Okay, he said that out of character. But she does say, if you ever come back into town, you have any favor from me.
Thank you very much. Never mind.
I bring this.
And Dragonborn Ulan?
I was wondering if you might be able to impart some of your natural wisdom to me at some point. You're a druid and I am from the Temple of the Azure Dragon, and your school of knowledge is quite fascinating to me.
So you require teaching?
Or wisdom, or anything that will broaden my knowledge of nature and the natural world and such things. I'm on something of a quest for knowledge and understanding, so any insight you have will be helpful.
Mine is more of the primal aspect, but I can teach you some things of the jungle.
That would be very much appreciated. but it may have to wait for a while. I'm going to go make sure Wilbur is not setting anything on fire, and then I'm going to run out of the room after Wilbur.
I sure do not hope as much. And with that, we'll take a break.
Yay.
Because that seems like an amazing time for a break.
Yes.
Second breakfast.
I was thinking,
Which is hilarious because he literally just got up and left to go to the library. Probably leaving some of your plate.
Wilbur is not the man of second breakfast. He would probably just take tea. Brunch and lunch he really accept, but you know, basically a cup of tea maybe is left behind.
I brought my sandwich with me, so I was just like holding it in one hand as I'm going up the stairs.
As a side note, what was Sarah doing apart from just eating? Was she just listening?
Just watching.
Okay.
Looking very confused, like who the fuck is she?
Yeah.
Learning new things about
Smile, nod,
companions.
wondering what the fuck I was thinking in the tavern last night.
You're like, who the hell are these people?
Why did I tag along again?
Although you have just entered a manor house, like, you know.
It's a nice house.
It is the nicest house in town, as people say. So yes, we'll take a, like what, a 5-minute break? Let you guys get a drink, all the other fun stuff. And we can return with you guys collecting books, I guess.
Hundreds of books are gonna be
I'm
in...
talking.
Yeah. You three talking and trying to figure out which books to collect.
I was thinking, because you're adding stuff, would you like add a luck stat? Because I feel sometimes you need a luck stat.
Your luck stat is your roll.
Okay.
But if I do want you to do a luck, I'll just literally just say roll a d20.
Okay, but would you say then if you're lucky, would it be added like +2 to that or something like that for fun things?
Depends what the situation is.
Okay.
Usually, situation for luckiness isn't needed. The luckiness is kind of the dice roll in itself. But if you mean character lucky,
I'm lucky. Don't take that trait away from me.
yeah, you have to actually have the trait. Yeah.
Also,
yeah, actually,
because
it's the
we
trait
was
to be lucky. Yeah.
I was just asking because sometimes you're like, that's up to more the dice roll. I never really liked that anyway. But yeah, because we were speaking about if the spice was herbal gold. Is it saffron? It's not saffron, right?
I said it was a mixture, so it's basically like basil and oregano crushed and then mixed with southern spices, which is like cayenne pepper and like black
It's
pepper.
basically Chinese 5 spice.
Yeah, it's like Chinese 5 spice, but without like the clovers and coriander. Yeah.
Now I want to make that rub in real life.
It's actually closer to more like a Texan rub.
Chicken. Oh, that sounds so delicious.
Yeah, it's actually closer to a Texan
That
rub.
sounds so dirty.
I want to rub in my chicken.
It's Texas. What the hell do you expect?
It's like what did Aaron and Kaylee get up to last night? A Texan rub.
That sounds so bad now. Oh my lord.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
Except that.
Oh my god.
Okay, sex jokes aside, let's take a break.
I'm taking a break. I don't need to do anything.
Yep.